Hi, my name is Joe Wengert, and I'm a Screentimer because I'm busy writing a letter to a winter-squashed-based pagan god.
Screentimers that just don't care. Screentimers that just ain't there. Screentimers that scream and shout. Screentimers, there's no time out. Let's watch a show.
Hello and welcome to Screentimers, the official podcast of eating your kids' Halloween candy. I'm Holly Prazoff.
And I'm Matt Kowalick, and I am eating all the nerds my kid brings home.
Today, we dig into a holiday classic. For some, Pumpkinhead Snoopy Brown.
Okay, it's called It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and you know that.
Whatever. I mean, does this show even hold up? Did it ever?
It's been around for 60 years, so I would say yes. For today's episode, our special guest is Holly's husband, Joe Wengert, a.k.a. Peanut Joe, the Peanut Prince. He joins us for the first of a series of special episodes talking about all the Peanuts holiday specials.
Will we discuss Canada's #1 show, Mop Store? Should the Red Baron be a child show reference? And will this podcast cost me my marriage? Tune in to find out on Screentimers. Okay, Joe Wengert, he's a comedian, he's a writer, he worked on New Girl, Big Mouth, and his best credit to date is my husband.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and just for the record, I do make a lot of soups, and I do feel like if Joe and I ever get divorced, in the little space of like why, you know, you have to put a reason, he could just write too many soups.
This is a recurring thing in our relationship, is a lot of hypothetical talk about the divorce.
You got to talk about it.
It's on a daily basis.
Yeah, you need
what's
that.
going to happen? Who's going to get what?
He's getting the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Even custody?
We don't plan on getting divorced because I'm already divorced.
Yeah, you don't plan on it because you don't want to have 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
true.
3 strikes, they're
That's-
out. You can't get married again.
That's not true.
It is. It will be.
We're really excited to have you today. I mean, we're covering some very
This is
polarizing content, I would say.
Yeah.
But mainly, it's polarizing for me, I would
Polarizing for you. I'm afraid that you got 2 against 1, maybe.
say. Story of my life. Okay, well, should we get into it? I mean, do you want to talk first about what is your philosophy with screen time? I mean, I already know it, but maybe the fans don't know it.
I feel like you have to. It's a necessary part of parenting today, but I wish I felt less guilty about it.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a big fan of the pod. I've listened to every episode. I feel like people have said this before, or a version of this, but the only thing that makes me feel better is just like thinking about my own childhood, which was like, you know, I was raised by TV, and I know that John Gabris and Lauren Lapkus are going to be like, we were raised by TV,
Right.
but I also was.
Wow.
And I was just left out in front of the TV for a long time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, like-
and sometimes my parents were there watching it with me, but like
They were in and
Holly-
out of the room.
even to this day, Holly knows that like when we go visit my family, like the TV is just on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then when I was an adult, I was like, why can't I fall asleep without the TV on?
Oh, yeah.
I would get like a DVD of Cheers and just like have it play on a loop as I fell asleep. And that's not healthy.
No, I shut that down. I was like, no, bro, you fall asleep to the darkness. Can I talk about the caca dance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Joe, when he was little, like when the nightly news theme song.
When the Action News chopper appeared on
Ooh,
TV.
yeah.
and the in the greater Philadelphia area, the Channel 6 Action News theme is really, really good. It was like recorded in the 70s, a lot of percussive drums, and it slaps, is what the young people would say.
Is that what they're saying?
And that combined with the image of a helicopter would just like put me into a trance.
Yeah, so like Joe would kind of like rock in front of the TV when that song came on.
Like as a young child?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
well, I was like 14, 15.
no, that's not true.
Just rocking to the TV.
And like he was like little and they would call it his caca dance and everyone in his family loved it.
There's like multiple childhood stories about me where I'm like in a trance in front of the TV. Because another thing was one time I was watching Scooby-Doo and I was eating raisins and I don't have a memory of this, so I don't know what my thought process was, but I started putting raisins up my nose, and I guess I was like trying to see how many I could get up there,
How
and
many?
then I couldn't get them back out. And so it was my mom and my Aunt Linda being like, blow, and they like thought they were gonna have to take me to the hospital because I had a raisin lodged in my nose. So they were paying less attention than
Yeah.
what I'm doing with Sally right now.
Well,
My
that's-
friend's
that's the
kid had
thing.
a peanut in his nose for months.
Oh, I see like stories on TikTok where people are like, my whole life I've been congested, and then like one day they blow their nose super hard and like a Lego comes out from when they were kids.
Yeah.
Like 20 years of a Lego in your nose.
I have my back molar when I got my wisdom teeth out. They recently did, like, the x-rays at dentist offices have gotten better. And I have a chunk of, like, metal, like a part of the tool broke off while they were taking off my thing. And they're like, you should get that out in case it hurts. And I'm also like, what if I get it out and then I'm, like, super happy and my personality changes? Like, this whole time I've just been in minor pain and I just got used to it.
yeah, your brain has like metal poisoning.
Yeah, maybe.
Now I'm wondering, do I maybe have some raisin up there still?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's figure it out off pod.
You got to get a nose x-ray.
No, he's going to make me look up there.
I'm going to make you look up there.
You're going to
You'd
want
be
to.
psyched.
I wouldn't be psyched. But yeah, I think like together as parents, we are pretty much on the same page of like what we think about screen time. And like when we feel like it's getting too much or out of hand, or she was watching like so much weird YouTube that we were like, let's switch it up. Mm-hmm. But like today, for example, we are talking about Charlie Brown. What is it called? Pumpkin.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie
The Great
Brown.
Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Jeez.
We watched it with Sally last night.
Already talking down about it. What's it even stupid called?
Oh my God. What is it even stupid called?
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Okay. Allegedly.
That's what it's called.
Oh my God. I
Great
guess.
title.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's start there.
Is it too long?
Yeah. What is it for?
Your
You
first
just
question
watched
to me is, what is it for?
Like,
I actually can answer that.
I think.
Because they did the Christmas special first
Okay, great.
in 1965.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should also introduce, this is an exciting new announcement for the pod, is that Joe is going to be our Peanuts king. The
That's
king
right.
of peanuts. We are hoping to have him
Peanut
back.
Joe.
Yeah, if this goes well, we're hoping him back to
We got to do all the holiday
all
specials.
the Peanuts specials. And there's movies. There's a new Marcy movie coming out. We're all jumping at the bit.
My complaint
Yeah.
is there's no, there's like one for every holiday, but they need a spring break one.
Oh,
Like,
Spring Breakers.
yeah, like it's
Snoopy.
a bubble party, Charlie Brown.
Snoopy in a bikini being like, hang 10. Okay. Well, we can pitch it. Yeah. I mean, so, you know, Joe is a big peanuts boy. So I figured he likes to eat very dry roasted, unsalted peanuts.
It's what's crazy about the show is that it's been on TV for over 50 years. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
just
from
play it every.
66, right?
Yeah, it was kind of sad a couple of years ago because it was one of the charms about it, or one of the reasons why I think it stayed in my life, is that they would just like play it on CBS every year. And that's like a sign that like the holiday is coming.
Yeah.
And it was when I like moved away from my family, it's like my mom and my sister and I would text of like, hey, it's on Tuesday night, you know, because it's always like a couple weeks before Halloween, and then the same thing with Christmas. And then, well, then the streamers had to come along and
course.
ruin our culture.
Oh, that's
Our
our
monoculture is.
well, that's our culture.
But like yesterday, we spent like a couple of minutes being like, where do we get it from? Have we bought it on iTunes? And it took like 3 guesses to remember that it was on Apple TV.
Yeah.
And it's not quite the same when you don't have like the commercials in the middle.
Oh
of it,
yeah, I
feel
miss
like,
the
for me.
commercials. I would
Or
love to watch.
the little special. Do you remember like the spinning? It would be the word special. You might not know this, Holly, because you're Canadian.
Where it
But
was
would
like
be
the
drums, and it would sound like kind of like a dinosaur going like. or I guess that's more of a horn sound, and it would be the word special, and it would rotate and turn
you
into
miss
a
this.
rainbow. Holly's for the listener, Holly looks so mad at me right now for liking this.
Like,
thing.
TV specials.
Like, I want to pose a question to the Screentimers, the listeners, because we have, according to our demos, we have about 8% Canadian listeners. So I don't know. It wasn't a thing for me in Canada. So like
They would never put on like a holiday special at nighttime,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a cartoon at night.
Of course.
But
I'm
it
like,
had to be Canadian.
yeah, it was the Log Driver's Waltz, which we...
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Now speak on that some more.
What
the
is the-
log driver's waltz?
Please.
Is that a Christmas thing?
No, it was like a special animated thing about log drivers dancing on logs, and it would be burling down and down white waters, the log drivers.
Oh, and you like
Yeah.
that?
And you're like, that's cool, but Charlie Brown sucks.
No,
Now you said it would be a log driver. What is a log driver?
Sorry, our dog is making noises. It's okay. Basically, the people, they like stand on logs with poles
Oh yeah.
and
They kind of
harness the
they
logs
herd
in
the-
water. Yeah, log herders. Yeah.
And like direct them in a certain
Yes.
direction down a river. or
Yes, and
something?
somebody said, "What if it was more of a dance?"
Yeah.
You know, in Canada.
like on the spinning, like they make the.
Yeah,
And
like
was it connected to a holiday?
no, it was connected to the beauty of logs in Canada.
So it was on every day.
Yeah, and it was sort of a Canadian pride, logs
What
forever
time
sort
of
of
year
vibe.
would they air the log driver's
Year round,
waltz?
that it's evergreen.
No. Be serious. What
No,
time?
all the time.
So it's not as special.
It's special to me.
And they only made one.
Yes,
Truly, how often? How
all the
many
time.
times?
But it would be a special thing. But
What does all the time mean? Wednesdays at 8, it's the log driver's waltz.
I don't
and
remember.
then we get into the rest of whatever we got going on.
I don't remember. All I remember is that was special. So, like, I don't know. Chime in, get at us, Canadian listeners. Like, was Peanuts and Charlie Brown like a thing for us, or was it just my family that had nothing?
When was your first? When did you first encounter the Peanuts gang?
I feel like I watched definitely parts of it. I'm familiar with it, but it wasn't until I started dating Joe that like he was like, tonight we should watch the Peanuts Christmas special, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, watch it with me.
And then I did, and I was like, that sucks.
Wow.
Well,
is gonna
it's
be very intense.
Slow. It's from the
Yeah, what year is it from?
65. This one's from 66.
66.
This
That's
Yeah.
was this in Merry Christmas chart, or what's the Christmas one called? It's got a very
It's a Charlie Brown
a
Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas. That was a big hit.
Yeah.
And so then they came out, and the network asked the guys that made it, Charles Schultz and I think Bill Mendelsohn was.
Yeah, he was the
animator.
director.
He has no notes. I
Director.
just want you to know my husband is going, there's no notes for these names and stuff.
They asked him to come. They asked them to come up with like another one, and so Great Pumpkin was like the follow up, the hotly anticipated follow up.
Wow. Like, here's the thing. For 1966, I'm sure this thing was like off the chain amazing, but for now, let's put it to rest.
I think it's good. It should endure. I think like,
Why? What is?
oh my God.
Okay, so let's break it down. So this
Okay.
is like the Charlie Brown pumpkin special.
I understand. Like, it's like if depression was a drawing.
Like, look, I'm gonna kind of, I don't want to trod on the Mickey Clubhouse territory, but also like these characters mean nothing to me. And yeah, I know. I think this is where
Back when a character didn't have to have that much going on.
yeah, like let's go
There's
to
no
the-
arcs, really.
like Charlie.
And Charlie Brown was kind of revolutionary at the time because he's like he's not cool, he's not popular, he's not successful. All the other kids actually hate him. So it is funny that it has stood the test of time, because that, even now I feel like that's like a clam of a network note of like, you have to make the characters likable, or you have to make them good at their job or something. And Charlie Brown is one of many examples of like, no, you don't. He sucks. And all the other kids are constantly going like, you suck.
Even
at
the other
beginning
kids.
of this, they're like, you got invited to the Halloween party? That must have been a mistake, Charlie Brown. They say it right to his face.
So, like, okay, let's go through these characters. We got Charlie Brown.
He's bald.
He's bald. He's
Funny.
in a big shirt.
Bald child is funny.
Bald child.
Bald child
No.
could be sad.
Yeah, bald child is uncomfortable to me. Get that child some hair.
Think his shirt's too big? His shirt's no bigger than any other rest of their shirts. That's part of the design.
Do they have pants on? I think
Yeah,
they
they got
do.
shorts.
I know. To me, it
It's
just
not like any of the characters are cool enough to be ragging on Charlie Brown.
no. That is a good point. So we've got Charlie Brown. We got Sally,
Yeah,
his
that's
sister.
his sister.
Yeah, she's got the like triangle blonde hair.
She dates Linus.
dates.
Yeah, very seriously.
So then there's Linus and Lucy. They're their friends. Oh, Snoopy lives with Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
lives with him.
Lives with him.
He's a dog.
Yes.
there seems to be no parents at all. I mean, I know sometimes there's an adult figure that's like, wah, wah.
Yeah, the want.
But there are no parents around. These
Very
people.
apparent in the beginning of this when Lucy takes out that big knife
Yes.
to carve the pumpkin.
Yes.
Which was a moment. I watched this every year for, I'm 68 years old. I've watched it every
No,
year.
you're not
Since the
68
beginning.
years
Well,
old.
I'm spiritually 68.
Yeah, you are.
And it's never bothered me before that she takes out a huge knife that's twice her size until I had a kid. And then I was like, somebody should get that knife away from Lucy.
Also, Linus is allowed to stay out till 4 a.m. He's out there in the pumpkin patch alone. No one's worried about him except Lucy. When she wakes up, she's like, I guess I better go get my
When
stupid
her
brother.
alarm goes off at 4 a.m. Now, was that something that children had to deal with in the 60s? Were they getting up at 4 a.m.?
It also, okay, we got Lucy and Linus, and their main character traits are like Linus is, again, he's got
Linus
some hair.
is pretty much Charlie Brown with hair.
Thank you.
He's all, I mean,
He's got hope.
Oh, yeah, he
I
does
mean,
have hope.
I think that it's interesting to start with Great Pumpkin because to me, it's a weird second one.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Brown's in there and he sucks, but Charlie Brown doesn't really have the A story of this one. He's kind of a runner in that, like, he's just generally getting, like, fucked with by all the other kids. They do the iconic thing from the strip where she's like, kick the football, and he's like, you're going to take it away from me. And then she does.
Wait, was this a strip first?
Yeah, it ran from 64 or 54.
Do some research.
Jesus,
I knew I'd get right.
what's this stupid dog's name?
No wonder this thing sucks, because it's like, it's basically, we were all like watching the Kathy Christmas movie.
Yeah, it was a comic strip. And this one, they really did take, like, Great Pumpkin was a storyline, and then, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this, Snoopy pretending he's a World War I flying
Whoa.
ace was a separate one that they just tied together, and they threw the football in
No,
there,
they
too.
didn't need to tie those together about Snoopy being the Red Baron.
I gotta say, this time that I watched it, I always kind of like actually didn't like the Snoopy part. And then now that I watched it, well, one, it's weird that he's fighting the Red Baron because kids apparently love World War I aviation. And so, but then when he crashes and it's like he's going through the French countryside, I was like, this is so beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
It is.
Yeah,
you know,
war
It's
is
so
so
nice
beautiful.
to watch. No, like him being stranded in behind enemy lines, and then
I looked it up last night because I was like, why is this? A part of it is like the backgrounds are painted, and so that is more expensive and harder to do, so it isn't frequently done in animation. But then there's also some, I think it goes into like linear perspective at one point, which is something that very rarely happens in this sort of 2D animation. So, but it is the kind of thing that like, I feel like you have to be a mid-40s guy
Yeah.
to go like, they really, Bill Mendelsohn and his team really
Yeah.
did some interesting graphic blandishment here.
because all dads love world wars.
Well,
Wait, what is
when
the-
we were watching it last night, Holly was like, is it World War II or World War I?
You wish it was
And
two.
Yeah,
This is my
the fresher
68th
war.
time watching the show, and it's always been World War II in my mind. No, he's a World War I flying
Yes,
ace.
right,
So
yeah.
in 1965, when this show came out, that was a 50-year-old thing.
Yeah.
That's like making an animated special right now and be like, the subplot is this cat thinks he's in the Watergate scandal.
Yeah, but
How is
that I would
anybody-
watch.
How, like, we don't even understand what that's supposed to be. And the part where, like, Schroeder plays that little, like, melody of songs and Snoopy's loving it and he's dancing and then he gets sad and he cries. Those are, like, World War I songs.
But
Yeah.
that's who's writing these
It's
things.
an emotional roller coaster.
Couple of
that-
old dudes. Also,
Guys that were old dudes in 1965.
now, correct me if I'm wrong.
We will.
No,
There is another pod. No, there's another strip that they do. Isn't it with like the army dude? Is that the same people?
you mean Beetle Bailey?
Yes.
So this is something the viewers might not know this. Holly thinks that all the comic strips are all taking place in the same world. She reads them as one big strip.
Yeah.
I could see that. That could be a strip in and of itself.
And she'll say, like, how come Garfield's only ever in the middle, but never at the beginning or the end of comic strip? She calls it all comic
No, I
strip.
don't.
And she thinks the Lockhorn.
No, but they're not related? Charles Schultz didn't do Beetle Bailey?
I don't think so.
No, I think that's from like the
All the
50s
drawings look
or-
the same to me. Oh my God.
Like, is Doonesbury part of this world?
You guys are going to get a lot of emails about
Yeah.
this.
I know,
Now
because
the Beetle Bailey people are going to come after you.
because so many people on listening to our pod are
It's akin to saying something bad about Taylor Swift. The Beetle
Well,
Bailey
that I
people
wouldn't
are
do.
very involved.
I'm trying to think of the Swifties equivalent of Beetle Bailey fans. The Beaties?
Baylor?
The Baileys.
Oh, right.
I'm a Bailey man.
Right.
Holly's trying to get our dog to settle down, and he did just bare his teeth at her.
True love.
Oh my God. Well, I've already said on another episode that our dog is kind of the worst.
Well, the Great Pumpkin is great because it's like Santa. It's like, I guess they were
Yes.
taking the Christmas thing and they were like, what's another, the whole idea is that it's basically Santa, but a pumpkin. So it's supposed to come out of the ground and fly and deliver presents. It's like, who are his elves? Like gophers?
Well, no. So okay, let's go back. So this starts with.
I think we should figure out who his elves are first. We're not going to remember to come
Gophers,
back to
fine,
it.
gophers.
Now, Matt, you think that gophers are working for pumpkins?
Yes, I do. Pumpkins are in charge underground. Then potatoes.
Yeah, there is some sort of underground hierarchy for
Yeah,
sure.
radishes are last.
Well, so it starts with the kids getting ready for Halloween, right? It starts with Lucy and Linus.
It's got a real exciting cold open.
Yeah.
Almost no dialogue is spoken.
Oh, that's right,
And
yes.
they choose pumpkin, and he shows one pumpkin, too small.
Okay,
Second
okay, great.
pumpkin, still too small. And then he pulls out a very big pumpkin.
Okay, great. And they're like, yes.
And that's so funny because it's hard to carry.
Yeah. Oh, that's
This
right. He
big
can't get
bump.
through
Yep.
the fence. He has to go around
Gotta
the
roll
fence.
around, which is cute animation.
Okay.
That is
if you say
To
so.
watch him roll the pumpkin is satisfying.
Yes.
And then they carve the pumpkin.
Yes.
And then
And he goes, "You didn't tell me you were going to kill it." Oh. Bang, to main titles.
Let's make all kids think that carving a pumpkin is killing it. First off,
All these kids are so depressed, and the whole Charles Schultz humor is like, what if a kid knew about lawyers? What if a kid knew about notarized documents?
that's right. I loved the notarized document joke.
oh my
What
God.
if a kid used the word restitution?
I mean, like I often look when we do a show, I often look on this website that it happens for all shows. It's the commonsensemedia.org will kind of rate a show about what age of kids should watch it, how appropriate it is.
43.
Yeah, this says 4+.
I don't know. You showed Sally last night. How did she react?
The one thing, like, there's a lot of like they only give it 2 out of 5 dots for language because they say words like stupid and blockhead are used several times, plus crazy and good grief. Threats include I'll pound you, I'll slug you.
You can't say good grief?
I guess not, according to this Common Sense Media. I didn't know you were going to kill it about stabbing a pumpkin. You want to see me land flat on my back and kill myself?
One of the first lines Charlie Brown has in the show.
So it's like, yeah, they're basically saying on Common Sense Media, this might not be the best language for kids. It rates well, I think, on sex and nudity, so that's good.
They're not getting into that until the later ones.
Yeah. So they're saying that one, like, here's something that they rub up against. A human character's lips accidentally touch dog lips underwater while bobbing for apples.
Yeah. Is that bad?
They were like, that's bestiality, dude.
Oh my God. That is a stretch.
And just to back up a bit, you say that they rub up against that?
Yeah, they're rubbing up against it all night.
They're not bumping on that.
Oh yeah,
They're
well, we
rubbing
hate
up
this.
against that.
Oh, we hate it.
I'm putting this podcast. I'm letting them know. I'm letting this website know about this podcast.
Go ahead. And I will say,
We need the publicity.
I also don't like my dog, and everyone knows it, but do I touch my lips to his lips every night? Of course I do.
Are you bobbing for apples every night?
You know it. No, I kiss my dog, and I want everyone to know about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of exciting because he might try to bite my face off.
It's thrilling.
Yeah, it is. You're like, ooh, what will happen tonight?
Maybe we should set up a little bucket in the kitchen, and that's where we start keeping the apples. Make it more fun.
Yeah. It would probably make my daughter want to eat an apple for once.
Oh, you gotta cut all the skin off.
Oh my God. I used to lie. Like an apple a day keeps the doctor away was a true thing that would make her eat.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's just more of a
I should
threat.
say that about every food.
Yeah. The doctor's coming to get you. You blockhead.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, you could leave like a mask or some gloves or like a scalpel on your stoop. And you come home from school and be like, the doctor must have been here. Really eager to.
I should have eaten that apple.
Our kid's doctor's nice, so I don't think it's worth. I think she for a long time. Sally, this is okay. This is Sally, true Sally story. For a while, she told everyone that her doctor, her pediatrician, was her first mom. And so we would go and do something like an experience, like we'd go to somewhere and she would go, oh, I've been here before, my first mother took me.
Oh yeah.
And I'd
I've
be
already
like,
done this before.
yeah, it was so annoying to me. I was like, finally I was like, that's not your first mother.
Joni does the same thing, but with fairies. She's always like, I've been here with my fairies before.
Oh,
and
my-
it's like whenever we tell her something that there's no way that she knows, she'll be like, oh yeah, my fairies told me.
Oh my God.
So she knows
Think that's-
everything.
Now, do you think that's like memories of past lives? that
No,
they're trying
I
to
don't. I
process?
think
You
they're-
just lying?
Maybe. I think when my little sister used to say, when she was a kid, she would say, when I was older, and then say something crazy.
See, this is why you are a Lucy and I am a lioness.
Oh my God.
'Cause you
They're
want
brother
to-
and sister, are they not?
Yeah. And what's
Great.
the problem there?
No wonder I'm kissing my
Because you're
dog.
going like, no way.
This show sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. What?
Not the-
I want to know exactly what sucks about it to you.
I
It's-
have some criticisms, but it doesn't suck.
It's boring. My
Okay.
first main complaint is it's boring.
Okay.
It doesn't have like a real beginning, middle, and end. I
Okay.
feel like I'm
been
treading.
trained.
I feel like I'm treading water the whole time, going, "Get me out of this pool." When
It's like
is
a 70s movie, kind of.
yeah, but I don't like those either.
Oh, really?
I mean,
you
there's-
don't like an ambiguous end?
No, and I don't like a it goes on too long vibe. I don't like it.
Okay.
But like, again, we're gonna go back to like the characters you know and love. You know, the same way that like it was on like for Mickey Mouse Funhouse, and it's like I don't love these characters. I don't love a lot of the qualities. Like normally, give me a cartoon dog, I'm usually in. Snoopy, I don't know what it is. I don't like him.
Okay.
He's a little all over the place. Like sometimes he's like got a little like Bugs Bunny like little fucker attitude going on. Like,
Yeah.
When he's like reading over Linus's shoulder when Linus is writing the letter to the Great Pumpkin, and then he starts laughing. He does have a great laugh.
He does.
No, that's horrific.
But then later on, he's like pretending he's in a World War I flying ace, but then he's at the party and he's bobbing for apples. They just kind of put him in wherever. I was like looking into it last night because he kind of talks a little bit in gibberish that sounds like it's like sped up or something, but it is interesting that like he just never talks. And I guess that was an argument between the director and Charles Schultz, where the director was like,
to be a
Snoopy.
fly on the wall for this combo. Okay.
Joe looks so
trying
angry.
to share something that
I'm interested.
time and
Can
effort
we
into
let
the
Joe
podcast.
talk?
No, this is our whole marriage.
Charles Schultz really put his foot down. Snoopy doesn't
Wow.
talk. And I liked the guy was like, he kept saying, he doesn't talk. He's a dog. I like being that like true to the rules of reality when you're making a cartoon.
But then I was looking up later, like they always say like the golden age was like 54 to 74 for this, and then he just went into the Snoopy stuff, and it was all Snoopy, and it's almost like he sold out. But for a while,
Boo,
he was
you know?
like,
Yeah,
he was
stay
keeping
true.
Snoopy doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Well, so they carve a pumpkin. Then there's something about like Linus introduces the idea of the Great Pumpkin, who basically he's describing Santa, but he says that like on Halloween,
He's a believer. He
Yeah.
believes
Yeah.
that somewhere his wires got crossed and he gets Christmas and Halloween mixed up,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
part of my issue. Because Linus seems very intelligent in the Christmas special, and he's the one that puts it all into perspective for
Okay.
Charlie Brown at the end, and he tries to tell him what Christmas is really about, which of course is the birth of Christ. Which is always a weird moment because I show this one to my daughter every Christmas too, and I'm kind of like, that's what it's all about. Him reading this Bible verse, but he
Don't
seems
get me
like
started.
smart and he seems like aware of what's going on. But then in this one, he doesn't know the difference between Christmas and Halloween.
yeah,
That seems inconsistent
well,
in terms of the character.
it also sort of like, so that's his thing. He's going to go off. He believes in it. He's writing the Great Pumpkin a letter.
Which is something you do for Santa.
Yes.
He thinks he's going to show up and bring presents to the good boys and girls.
Yes, or like
which
the
is
chosen.
Santa.
It makes it sound like it's just one special kid
But
he
he's
picks.
also no. He thinks it's for all good boys and girls because he invites Sally.
Okay,
and he's
yes.
like, you're going to get stuff from
Yes.
the Great Pumpkin.
Yes, like the idea of
He
two little children.
indoctrinates her into his
Yeah.
cult.
It's
He's a
so
cult
sad he
leader in this.
disappoints her. That's a tough lesson.
That is very sad. And so then at the same time, the other kids go trick or treating.
Yeah.
And the joke is like they're all kind of ghosts, sort of. And then Charlie Brown cuts too many eye holes.
Way too many to even be like, I made a
That's a good
mistake.
bit. And he says, like, I got a little confused with the scissors or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Also, these kids have very big, sharp scissors.
Yes, yes. So also, where's all this bedding coming from? It's so many white sheets. So basically, the kids, while Linus is waiting in the pumpkin patch with Sally, now the kids go trick or treating.
Yeah.
And the big bit, like Joe goes, here comes the big bit while we're watching. And I'm like,
Hold on to your seats.
I was like, oh boy, what is this big bit? Because I don't remember it. And it is that all the kids get candy.
Yeah.
And Charlie Brown gets rocks every time.
these cruel adults in this reality is going,
town.
look at this kid whose costume is all fucked up. You fucked up his ghost costume. They don't know that he's bald, but he gives off sort of loser bald energy,
Yeah.
I guess, to them. And they go, fuck this kid. I've got a rock in my house.
Yeah, why do you have these rocks ready to go?
I think early Halloween, before we were kids, before we were even born, I think there was a little more of a mean spirit to it.
Well, they do yell trick or treat, money or eats.
Great. I should start doing that.
Well, see, this is where I'm going to, for the 8% of listeners from Canada, in Western Canada. I was born in Western Canada in Edmonton.
No, this is a
Ooh, so
Yeah.
you guys can go surfing
I've
there?
heard this
Yeah,
one
exactly.
before.
At Christmas, I mean, Halloween was always the first night it snowed, pretty much. You had to wear like a snowsuit under your costume. And you don't yell definitely in Alberta, you don't yell trick or treat. You yell.
Because you don't want to distract the log drivers.
We got to get home for the log driver special.
You yell Halloween apples.
Really?
Yeah, is what
You don't say trick or treat in
No,
Canada?
and look, that might have changed, but when
Oh
I
my
was
God,
a
are you
child,
for real?
Yeah, you yell Halloween apples. Yeah.
And you get apples and not candy?
I'm pretty sure you got candy, but you yell
You
Halloween
guys are so bad at commercializing holidays in Canada.
because it doesn't matter to us. We're not living in a dream of our childhood. We're moving on. We're log driving. We're getting the logs from one place to another.
We are ready for a career.
in the logging industries, okay?
You need a trade.
Is there at some houses would you get apples?
I guess
Apples
so.
are expensive. Just be fucking giving every kid an apple who comes to your door.
But an apple a day keeps that doctor away.
You get a Honeycrisp apple at Trader Joe's. It's $1.29 a piece.
No, I mean, I remember getting candy. I think like that was the only part of nostalgia that this touched on was like they said like one of them said I got a
Pack of gum,
and then somebody got something that's like a homemade treat that like
popcorn ball.
yeah, like when you were a kid, it was safe enough to give a kid a pot. Like you would get homemade treats from
They're
some
so
houses.
razor blade, like
That was
old wives' tales.
yes, but I mean like nobody homemade makes Halloween treats anymore.
No, but what I do think is nice is that you see all the kids like on their own, and like when I was a kid, like you would go trick-or-treating by yourself, like on your street, and like it was just a group of kids, and you didn't have maybe you had one parent following you around, but they weren't like doing anything. They were just looking out for cars.
Yeah, now we're like following our kid in a costume matching to our kid's costume.
Yeah, we make them go trunk-or-treating where you go to a bunch of cars. Like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Halloween, it's not as I would argue it's not as big in Canada.
You don't like He Gets Rocks?
I do.
I think it's a great...
what
I did research. Apparently, they almost cut that bit.
What?
They
That's
found
the
it
biggest
to be
bit.
too cruel. And so then they kind of did a fuck you. Charles Schultz did a fuck you and was like, what if it happens 3 times?
what rule of 3? That's pretty good.
And it is funny that it keeps happening.
They're fine with the football being pulled. The Rocks, too far.
It's too much. It's too well. I mean, like that's the thing. Charlie Brown is kind of makes you feel bad.
He doesn't make me feel bad. It's
You
a
are
good-
Charlie Brown. You
Well,
are a
yeah.
human Charlie Brown.
Yeah, it's okay to...
Good.
It makes you feel like it's okay to be this person.
Well, and he never gives up, you know? He's like, all right. And, like, his big victory is just getting to go to the party. He doesn't seem like he's having a good time at the party.
They draw a pumpkin on his back of his head.
And even at the party, they're like, you fucking blockhead, what are you doing here? But I can relate to that of, like, I can sort of
You
get
do
into
have
the,
a
like,
blockish
man,
head.
Sometimes, well, I have a huge head. But just being included sometimes, I'm like, yes. I did do a Charlie Brown thing related to the Charlie Brown special when I was in my early 20s, when I was first living on my own in New York.
Okay.
And that I was like starting out in comedy, and I was like in improv group and improv classes and stuff. And to my roommate at the time, I was like, you know what? The Charlie Brown Christmas is on in a couple of weeks. I'm going to like invite people over and do like a Tuesday night party, like come to my house and watch a Charlie Brown Christmas, a thing that all of us young people in our early 20s want to do. So I invited all of these different people in my life, and true to Charlie Brown fashion, nobody came.
Nobody? Not one? I'm so sorry.
Everybody was kind of like, I'll try to get to that, but you know, when you're like busy and you're running around and doing stuff. But I just watched it with my roommate Amy.
You're like, we're in the most exciting city of the world. Do you want to come watch Charlie Brown?
We're all young and have our whole lives.
Yeah,
and
do you
have
want to
those-
watch
Do you want to watch
a girl kiss a dog?
One
Do you
guy
wanna
shows
come
up.
over
You're
and
like,
watch a 40-year-old animated special with me, the most awkward person from your improv team.
I'm really sorry to hear that, though.
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Very nice. That I didn't mean it to be a sad story.
That
I think
is a
it's-
Charlie
I think it's
Brown thing.
The most Charlie Brown thing that could have happened.
This episode is sponsored by Orange Heat, modern apparel made here in California. Soft, organic tees both kids and adults love.
hey, I have a kid.
And we're adults.
And I gotta say, these shirts are so cool with such cool designs. Both my kids, me, my wife,
Yeah,
You and your
us,
kid.
we're doing it.
We all wear them. They're all hand-drawn and unlike anything else out there.
Visit orangeheat.com to see what we mean. Made here in the USA, and everything ships fast in a compostable mailer. You're welcome, environment.
It's also available at select stores.
Shop local.
And shop orangeheat.com. Use promo code ScreenTimers to get 10% off your first order. Again, that's orangeheat.com.
Now back to the show. I agree. No, it's a big deal. Like Joe's family, I've never like they're always like, "Ooh, the special's happening. You gotta watch it." They text each other. Like it's one of the first things Sally kind of watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we showed it to her before we were showing. We tried to do the like no screens until she's 2 thing, but we made an exception for that. And I'll tell you what, if you're an infant who's never seen any sort of media before, it's a home run.
Yeah, it's got to be your
Yeah, they're
first
like,
piece of
"Oh,
media.
shit."
What is this?
Yeah, but she called us.
Drawings are moving.
She did call us stupid blockheads for a couple of years,
Yeah. but
but that's okay. It was a term of.
It's going to get worse as she gets older.
But okay, so Linus Pumpkin Patch. They do the trick or treating. Then they have the party.
We gotta keep on the plot.
Well, I
here.
want
This
people
is
to know the
important.
plot, the rich plot here.
Everyone knows this show by heart.
They don't. I hadn't seen it until I was 30. And you know what? I could have lived my whole life and never seen it.
Ouch.
Oh, wow. Okay, so then I'm always surprised at how late the party is because it's after trick-or-treating. It's such
Yeah,
a late
dude, these
party.
kids have no rules.
No, none at all. So they do some stuff at the party. Then Linus finds out that there is no pumpkin Santa.
Well, there is a crossover of Snoopy
Oh,
ends up
this,
crawling
yes.
in the pumpkin patch. So there's a moment
Oh, yes, where he thinks.
Linus is like, "Oh my God, it's really about to happen."
Well, and this is after Snoopy has sort of shown us the wonders of war
Yeah.
and battle.
He got people ready for their Vietnam.
It's so, I mean, it's like, yeah, he pretends his doghouse is a airplane and they shoot and fight, and then he's in France crawling in the trenches.
I know it's like a stylistic choice, but it's so interesting that it is animation and you could draw an airplane for him. But they're like, no, we're just gonna draw the doghouse and make it look like it's flying.
Wait, what
around.
about
We'll just put crazy colors.
Were they afraid that you'd go like, he really is in the World War I or the Great War?
The
as I
Great
call
War,
it.
yes, exactly. Now, what
Don't
about
get trench foot.
That's exactly what I thought about. Now, what about the little yellow bird thing?
Woodstock.
He's not there yet.
He's not there. yet.
Wow, wow. Okay.
I feel like he's there by Thanksgiving. I think he was in the strip at this point.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even know his purpose, though. I will say that about Peanuts. I'm not sure.
Oh, but the
Woodstock's
other guys
purpose.
definitely all have purpose.
Is he a pet bird or is he a wild bird? It's
Wow.
unclear. He kind of seems to be like Snoopy's pet.
Yes.
Or Snoopy's like sidekick or little brother or something.
Do the
Yes.
other characters recognize the thing, or is it like his imaginary friend?
Here's the great news about all these questions. We're going to be able to answer them in the 42 other episodes we're doing about
Now,
Peanuts.
when we had talked about this, we talked about me doing Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving.
all
Yeah.
in one, but now we're separating.
But now there's a
But now I
Valentine's
gotta
one.
come back and
yeah,
talk
I
about
feel
all
like
of them.
once people
That
hear
one-
this episode,
yeah.
they're going to go, "Ooh, I want more."
Well, they want Peanut Joe.
Yeah.
There's a
That-
New Year's, there's an Easter, there's a Valentine, there's a Thanksgiving.
Like, do you know how lucky you are? You're basically secured like a big part of this pod, dude.
Great. I'm great.
I think also, also a big thing about this is the music.
Yes.
music
so,
is great.
It's so amazing. Like, I could watch someone being murdered to this music and be like, this is so nice.
Yeah, I will say, like, the Christmas music, like, Joe has the album. So it's like, for me, I now do associate Christmas with sort of the Charlie Brown
Vince
song.
Guaraldi.
Yeah.
I was looking him up, and I want to think that he was like a heroin addicted jazz musician. This is some of my favorite jazz. As I'm not are you a jazz guy?
No.
Me neither. There's a funny thing that happened. Not hilarious, but there was a lawsuit by his family, and they claimed that they were owed like $2 million for like 5 years. So this is still generating a lot of cash. And then when asked if the alleged wrongdoing goes back decades further, the Giraldi family's attorney, Alan Neighbor, responded, well, we hope it does. It's like, we hope there's more money, and also like the least assertive thing a lawyer has ever said. We hope we're good. We hope we win.
Fingers crossed. That's my legal strategy.
I really need this win.
So then we find out there's no pumpkin thing. It might be Snoopy for a second. Sally gets pissed at Linus because she missed Halloween for him.
He made her waste a Halloween.
Yes. And then we go back to the kids. And then there's one extra part that by this part, while we're watching it with Sal, she was like, I'm bored.
Yeah, we were watching it in this room that we're recording in, and
Whoa.
she just got that blanket and just fully put the blanket over her hole.
And I thought, that's my daughter.
I'd rather look at the back of a blanket.
Yes.
It's cute because she's 5, so she tries. If we're both enthused about something, she will try at the beginning, and especially anything with comedy, she thinks that comedy is cool because of us. Sorry, Sally, we maybe ruined your life in that way.
She sounds like a real Linus. Her little blanket.
Yeah.
That's who she...
We were like, there's a part at where he's like going to send his letter to the Great Pumpkin, and the big obstacle is like the mailbox is too big.
Right.
And Lucy's like, you can't even operate the mailbox. And then he uses his magic blanket. And this is a bit of wish fulfillment for any child, which is he uses his magic blanket that he can do anything with. He uses it to open the mailbox.
Yeah, they never really capitalized on the magic blanket after that.
And so we're laughing about how that's like a lame use of your magic blanket. And then Sally started laughing. She was like, yeah, because the mail truck didn't even come yet to pick up the mail. Like, she does a lot of where we'll laugh about something and go like, yeah, I know why this is funny. And she's wrong.
Well, she was also talking about how Charlie Brown got the invitation to the party. So she was like, the mail truck didn't even come yet, and he got the invitation.
Yeah, she doesn't understand. I guess she doesn't. We haven't taught her that the mail comes every day.
So Sally...
Which is a failing on our part.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
now this is confusing.
She doesn't understand snail mail.
Sally the character or Sally our daughter. This is where it gets confusing.
Yeah.
We don't
We're
know.
gonna need to put something up
We better
online.
start over.
Does Sally laugh when she watches TV with you guys? Like at funny stuff?
Sometimes.
Because
Yeah.
Joni does not. She's very funny,
yeah,
very
Joni's-
silly, but she does not laugh at TV. She just sits there and watches it, and then I don't know if she knows it's funny.
She does. She laughs quite a bit, but I don't know if she's like laughing at stuff that is supposed to be a joke.
Well, I mean, most of the shows they watch are bad, so maybe
Yes.
that's why. But,
Yeah, maybe Joni's like, excuse me, these aren't real jokes.
yeah, I just need a punch up.
But yeah, I don't think Sally, it's weird. I think the older she gets, the less she's liking Charlie Brown.
What did you like about it? What do you like about it? Anything?
Whoa. The stinky guy?
Oh, Pigpen.
Pigpen has a pretty clear game.
I like when
Yeah.
he shows up. He's basically like the
dirty.
poor kid.
Yeah, it's
like
so-
Kenny in South Park, and he's covered in dirt. He's like, they'll never know it's me, and they know immediately probably because he
Oh,
smells.
yeah, he has his
There's, like,
ghost
dirt.
costume on.
Yeah, just a trail of dirt.
One thing I like about Pigpen is he's so filthy that he is covered in a cloud of dirt, but he is like far and away more accepted than Charlie Brown. They all would rather hang out with Pigpen.
His game, I think, is the clearest. He's who my memory holds on to. I'm
Okay.
always like, there's a stinky one.
Initially his name was Pink Eye, and they made him change it
Are you
because they thought
serious?
it was too gross. Yeah, no.
Well, our kid got pink eye at like a play center in our area. And whenever we walk by it, she's always like, that's where I got pink eye. And I'm always like, yes.
Yeah, say it loud. Ruin this business.
That's where we got pink eye too.
Yeah. What a surprise. I like took her to the urgent care, and I was like, we were at one of those play centers. They were like, yeah, your kid has pink eye for sure.
Well, I have some reviews here that
Oh, yes.
kind of will make Holly feel better, but
Thank
we
you.
will disagree with.
I just need to feel
vehemently.
better.
So one of them is my advice to other parents. This is one long run-on sentence, so it gives you an idea who this guy is. My advice to other parents is if you grew you watching and enjoying this annual classic, and you weren't traumatized or grow up to be a serial killer by Charlie Brown, repeatedly falling for Lucy's football trick, then don't deprive your kids of the same once-a-year Halloween cartoon that you faithfully watched year after year until you grew out of it.
Is that
It's one sentence. That's pretty good. I just wanted to read that one
into
sentence.
it?
No, I think unless you like, he's like, if you liked it, that's fine. But, and then
Why would anyone feel compelled to write such a wishy-washy review? Like, why would you write a review of Charlie Brown? It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, anyway.
Well, here I have one here from 11 months ago.
Okay, wow,
So it's a fresh.
recently.
Yeah, it's fresh.
I've been sitting on this for 50 years.
I'm 83.
But it's time for me to
one-star
finally
review.
speak my...
It's just one big mope fest, and I didn't really like it all that much. I only got rocks from watching this.
Did you write this?
Yeah, I know.
11
I
months
wish.
ago.
I wish.
You'd finally had it.
That's a burn on Snoopy Doopy.
Somebody calls it, well, I'm just going to say, they call it unpalpable.
Agree.
This touches on something we were talking about. The movie contains the word stupid and uses the word kill in reference to a pumpkin. The friends are unkind to one another as well. It's surprising this movie is rated by 4-year-olds. I highly disagree.
Yes, this is my issue. Why has this been the thing that we've held on to?
I guess, well, like, unlike
Lack
today.
of options.
Exactly, yeah. Back in the day, they were like, I don't fucking know, let's put on It's a Wonderful Life, Wizard of Oz, and Charlie Brown.
Well, it's like my family, of course.
It has survived because of tradition, I think.
Well,
Yes.
so my family, no traditions. This might surprise you. Not a single one. So I tried to start a tradition when I was like 12 or 13 where I was like, at Christmas, we watch White Christmas. And like, I tried to get that going. And by year 2, my mom was like, this sucks and it's so long. And like, I was just left alone watching White Christmas by myself.
Bing Crosby one?
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. What other one is there?
But like, yeah, my family, no tradition. So I see like your family's,
They hate White Christmas?
it is long.
Yeah.
It is a
But
longer
it's
film.
Technicolor. So you got to watch it.
I mean, once you get to the sister song, then you should turn it off. And that's within the first half an hour.
I disagree. That's where it gets going.
So, should we rate this thing? What do you guys think here?
Yeah, let's...
So it's out of 4 screens. Our kid, I mean, Sally didn't seem to really enjoy it that much last night.
Yeah, do I have to factor that in?
Well, no, that can be a separate. I think she wasn't that into
I
it.
think you need to limit her screen time until she learns to appreciate the show.
Yeah, sorry, Sal. This is all you're watching from now until Christmas when the Christmas one comes out.
She doesn't get to watch TV until Christmas, and then she'll be so excited.
Okay, yes, because that's what means a lot to us is that she's excited for Charlie Brown.
Yep.
Well, I can't fault her for not being excited about a 60-year-old piece of media. But it's nice to, even last night, as we're like doing it for a podcast and we're kind of getting ready to make fun of it, it was nice that like the 3 of us were like, we're all going to sit down and watch this thing together. It does make it feel like a little more special. And there aren't a lot of opportunities with the lack of monoculture. There's not a lot of opportunities for that anymore. That's why I feel like we had a lot of friends who were like watching the Olympics with their kids, because it's like, it feels like a thing that we're all doing at the same time.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
for sure
happen.
did that this year.
Yeah, we watched some of
Prime
it.
time in Paris.
We watched some of it for sure.
I mean, we watched The Bear with her, but that's because, you know.
The TV show The Bear?
We thought it was about something else.
Yeah, we thought it was about little tiny cute bears. But yeah, like I don't know, Joe is our guest. What you can rate it first. What's your vibe out of 4 screens?
Well, I guess because I love my family and I had a happy childhood, I'll give it 4 screens. And I will look beyond all the flaws.
You're good at that.
I do think it is very beautifully made. I do think the music is really good. It's so charming to watch something with like mistakes in the animation that doesn't happen anymore. But my favorite thing about these specials always is they got real kids that were not actors to record the voices, and I think that gives it like a special. It doesn't have that like I'm a kid actor attitude to it. Like
Right.
the little girl that's playing Sally just sounds like a real kid, and I like that.
Okay.
I agree. And I give it 4 screens and 4 gold records.
Whoa.
And that's a new.
That's
wait,
new. Yeah, that's brand new.
Yeah.
for the music.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, how many
Soundtrack.
records?
I was listening to the soundtrack on the way over here.
Wow.
And I was just loving it. I was like, it's fall.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't have this nostalgia for it. I don't have a fond memory at all of my
And
childhood.
I'm sorry.
That's not true. I feel like my mom and dad, I keep telling them not to listen to this podcast
Why?
Holly,
because I keep saying that my childhood was so miserable.
if you want to tonight,
Yeah.
let's watch the Log Drivers Waltz.
Oh,
I would
man.
love to.
I want to watch this.
I would love to.
I would love to see this special.
And it's about 5 minutes. So the word special,
It's not- so this was like a commercial,
What is
right?
this thing?
Was this a commercial for like the Log Drivers Association?
No, it was
That's
like-
on TV.
It's a public
This was your channel news chopper.
No, this-
spot.
this was like, you know, like a special, like Arts Canada wanted to make like a special piece of animation for Canada that was like represented Canada. So it's like one of our most famous animators.
So they were like, "Sorry, everybody, Mop Store is going to be 5 minutes shorter tonight, so we can show you." That was the number
Mop
one
Store.
comedy in Canada for 25 years. Mop Store.
This floor's a mess.
whoa. I forgot to put up the floor's wet sign.
The hook of Mop Store is their floor was always a mess in there because there was a big argument between the owner of Mop Store and the employees of Mop Store. Should they be using the mops?
Oh, that's a good, yeah. That's because he's like, you don't want to open the mops. They're for the customers.
Google Mop Store. It's actually pretty good. A lot of it really holds up.
Stop opening the mops.
I feel like we should try to, like, it's a piece of IP that should live again. You know what I mean?
I think you're trying to avoid your rating.
Okay. Okay. So for Log Driver's Waltz, I give a 4 screens, 4 gold records because it's also a song. For this Peanuts thing, I'm going to give it.
It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
I'm going to give it 2 screens. Okay. It obviously somehow has touched some sort of
Hello, Jeff.
Yeah.
Begin the divorce papers.
that is the name of Joe's
your
lawyer.
client.
I think you're afraid to give it less than 2.
You want to give it 0.
You
just
do.
admit it.
Just do it. Just,
No, I don't. I don't.
And you hate my mom and dad.
Wow. No, I'm going to give it 2. I feel like you guys have given it fair. I don't have that connection to it from childhood. So I'm going to give it 2. My kid did watch the whole thing. They're nice and short. The music is fine and it's
Fine.
listenable. And the characters are characters and they're there and they're doing things. So these are the types of reasons I'll give it 2.
they're doing things.
She's
That's
prepared that she may not be invited to a Halloween party at some point in the future. And
Yes.
if she is, she might be relentlessly bullied.
Our daughter. Yeah, so this is really preparing her for life. But yeah, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. I think really the nostalgia plays into it for you guys. And again, I don't have that.
Who's
Let
your
the hate
favorite
meal-
character? Gun to your head.
Stinky boy. I've already said that.
Oh yeah, Big Ben.
Oh,
That's right.
pink guy.
Stinky.
His name is Pink.
Yeah.
Stinky boy. He doesn't do a lot, but I know when I see him on screen. Okay, I do find the characters hard to tell apart. I'm gonna be honest. They all. So I know Stinky boy is Stinky boy because of the stinky lines.
What's Schroeder's deal?
No clue who the hell is Schroeder. Was he in this one? I don't know.
There's one. Yeah, I think he just kind of stands by. Does he have a thing?
He plays the piano.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
God. That's your thing.
Violet, and I feel like she's normally in a violet dress,
Yes.
which is helpful. But then there's another girl with
In a
like
brown dress.
ponytail and an orange dress, and I'm like, watch this again. 68 years in a row. Don't know this girl's name.
Yeah, there
Well,
was
then they bring in Peppermint Patty a little later.
Peppermint Patty and Marcy are fun.
Yeah.
Because they kind of...
Sounds like you're ready for the
game
Marcy
of,
movie.
like, Peppermint Patty kind of being in love with Charlie Brown and him not being interested is good.
I'm sorry, Charlie Brown. Take what you can get, and we'll talk about this on another pod.
Sure. Yeah.
If someone's not bullying you, get excited, dude. Okay, yeah. So there you have it. I mean, we'll be back around the holidays for the Charlie Brown Christmas special. You're on the edge of your seat until we get there.
And you need me to empty the bathroom trash cans now as part of my duties as a guest?
Yes, thank you. And thank you to Joe Wengert. What a
Thanks,
pleasure.
Joe.
Thanks for having me here, guys.
Let's watch the show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the episode.
Yeah, thanks to our editor, Neil Davis. And thank you to you, the Screentimers listeners. Matt and I are sort of coming at you with a heartfelt request, I would
Yeah.
say. We really have enjoyed doing the podcast. We're having a good time. But it would really help us if you guys could rate the podcast, give us 5 stars,
Share it with your friends.
write a review. It's like all easy stuff. We're not even asking you guys for money yet.
Unless you want to give us money.
We're going to figure it out.
And then you can go to patreon.com/screentimerspod, and all the money goes toward production of the podcast.
Yeah, and we really love you guys, and I can't wait till we all go get matching tattoos.
Yeah, let's all get married.
Let's watch the show.